Genetic analysis has closed the books for the first quarter in 2022. With me on link, I have the CEO, Ronny Hermansen. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
So let's dive into the numbers. I've looked over the report this morning, and sales amounted to, in Norwegian crowns, 2.5 million. That's an increase. Looking back 1 year, it was 1 million for the corresponding quarter. Net result is it's still negative, minus 7.7 million, but it's an improvement from the minus 8.2 a year ago. What's driving the growth?
Yeah, the growth is really driven by our strategy, so to say. So our strategy is to place our instruments platforms into the labs. And by that, we are generating recurring reagent sales. And my team has done a great job. They're working on placing instruments into the customer hands. And now we see the results of that. So reagent kit sales grew by close to 160%. And also total revenues went up 229%, which really underlines the increased activity we now see in GA. So it's really nice to see that the results are now starting to come through.
Yeah, and you've taken important steps as well towards the Chinese market. Can you tell me a bit about the plan, the overall strategy with, is it called Thalys?
Yeah, Thalys Medical. We signed an agreement with them very early January. Thalys is a fast-growing diagnostics company listed in Shanghai, very dedicated to new innovative diagnostics. And the idea now is that we will use this first year to establish our technology into their lab in Shanghai. They have many labs, but in Shanghai we will start. And then we will also perform a clinical study to set the baseline for China. Because what's very important in GA is that we establish what is normal healthy cohorts. We have done that for Europe, we have done it with success for US, and we will now do that for China. And after that is done, Thalys will develop what is called a lab developed test, which enables them in a way to sell microbiome tests in China. The further strategy going forward is, of course, to develop new innovative diagnostics in the microbiome space together with Thalys in China. Could be other disease areas, not only focused on IBS and IBD. So this is really exciting, and I'm looking forward to work with Thalys. We are already started. We more or less started immediately after the ink was on the contract. So this is really good.
Nice, and it's not the only highlight for this quarter. I noticed that in late January and starting of February, there were a lot of highlights, most of them concerning, of course, the GA map. On January 27, you announced the first commercial sales of the enhanced GA map after successful customer tests last year. What was the feedback from the customer?
Yeah, our customers actually really loves this product because it's more efficient for them in the lab. It gives them less runtime. It gives them more tests out per run, so it kind of reduces their cost per test, which is important for a lab. In addition, we have used a lot of resources into develop our software so it can give functional profiling, which is very important for the medical doctors or the gastroenterologists that interpret the results, because that enables them to, if you are dysbiotic, you have an imbalance in your gut, it enables them to see what sort of functionality is weakened, what is, the bacteria functionality. And this is more and more taking GA map into the precision medicine area, I would say, because it's really then an aid in the treatment of these patients. So our customers, they really appreciate this new version.
And you're getting new customers as well. If we move forward in time, 2 weeks from January 27th, we come to an announcement of a high volume customer. It was announced on February 15th, so give and take 2 weeks. What can you tell us about them?
Yeah, it's a laboratory based out of Germany, Berlin to be exact. It's IMD, it's called. It's a part of the Swedish Medicover group, and it's a specialist laboratory, high volumes, had a big menu of tests, really professional laboratory, if I may say so. And the importance here that they will launch the GA map. They will add this into their current offerings of tests. And they will focus on Germany first of all, but then they will go more pan-European. So this is an additional offering in their microbiota space, if I may say so. So it's very, very excited to see how they will do.
So when can we expect the high volumes to really make an impact on sales?
Yeah. I should be cautious about guiding anything, but they are working hard to build up this new business unit of them, this testing unit. So I would say that it will take some time, maybe 6 to 12 months before we reach the real volume size that we hope for. So, but they are steadily growing. So this is very, very, very excited to have them on the board as a partner.
And you're steadily growing as well, not only on sales, but in personnel, in management team. You expanded here lately with a new person. His name is Lars Tiller. What does he contribute to genetic analysis?
Yeah, genetic analysis is, of course, based very much on solid research. I'm very happy to get, when we got a new commercial director, Anita Justnes, on board. It really help the company moving forward. And now we to get Lars and his industrial expertise on board in the management group and in the organization is really important. He has extensive knowledge about scale up, automation from the diagnostics industry. He has earlier been working in Alere Technologies, now part of Abbott, and he is really so his focus will be to be able to scale up, take the increased volumes that we now see, and reduce manufacturing costs, improve our gross margins, and optimize the whole logistics and operational flow, actually.
That's great to hear. Now, you recently held your annual general meeting on April 28th, I think. A lot of dates in this interview. Is there anything that shareholders should know about, any important decisions taken?
Yeah, I think the most important was that we strengthened our board. So it complements the knowledge and the expertise we already have in the board, but it really enhanced the diagnostics part of it by appointing a new chairman, Mr. Per Mattsson. He's Swedish. He has a long career out of Pharmacia, Fadia, Thermo Fisher. We have been working as chief technology officer, extensive knowledge about M&As, building. Also, he's been involved in several diagnostic startups, and he is currently also so building business and understanding the diagnostic side of this is really his core competence. I'm very happy to get Per on board as the chairman. Then also we had a new member in the board from Mr. Andrew Stapleton, who is also an industry veteran in the diagnostic side. He's currently working in Biorad, which is one of it is our biggest shareholder. And he's currently involved in their venture fund where he controls their investments and so on. So I'm very glad to have him on the board, and it really shows that Biorad is really committed to their investment in GA.
And we're very glad that you were able to join us here with this interview, taking your time and answering my questions. I want to thank you so much, Ronny Hermansen, and good luck in the coming quarter.
Thank you too.